In the define phase, we have defined the problems and derived their financial potentials. In measure now, we deal with the triggering causes and their assumed influence on these problems. This is done with the tools input analysis, process mapping analysis, C&E matrix, data collection plan, and statistical hypotheses. In Sigma Guide, we first evaluate the external inputs that lie outside our area of responsibility. This results in a ranking of the input influences according to their deviation from our requirements in the process. In a workshop with the experts of the project team, the core process steps of the SIPOC are then broken down into individual activities. Here it is also important to identify the key resources that carry out or support the activities and the methods, for example a recipe for baking, that guide these resources for the activity. This is neglected in many processes, although the methods can be used to bring intelligence into the process. Activities, methods and resources then help us to identify the triggering influences in the process which have a negative impact on quality, availability and consumption. The final evaluation of these triggers also here leads to a ranking of the negative influences in the process. Now, the experts in the team have to evaluate the strength of the relationships between the X and the Y in the C&E matrix. As a result, we obtain assumptions about the risk strength of all influence problem pairs. The corresponding C&E heat map indicates these risks in different colors. With this concretization of the central function of our project, Y is a function of X, we have arrived at the core of the project, even if these are still assumptions. In the following data collection plan, all relevant influences X and the problems Y are operationalized as measurements. For this, their units and the underlying scale level is determined, as well as the sample size and the sampling plan. The scale level of the individual variables determines the appropriate charts, performance indicators and one-sample tests that are displayed in Sigma Guide. Based on the scale level, also statistical hypotheses can be derived for these XY pairs as well as suitable tests. This is also done automatically by Sigma Guide. With this procedure you have determined an analysis strategy and do not slip through the next phase by trial and error. However, before you can analyze data, you have to collect it, of course, according to your data collection plan. The collection of individual, not aggregated data, then concludes the measure phase.